Yo yo yo, TSW here, and back with another fitness video. If you enjoyed these videos, please thumbs them up, because I actually spoke to the gym manager today and said, can I actually record when no one's around? And he said, of course. And I was like, shit. I was like, had fears of him saying no, or say, I don't know, random stuff I was thinking, but none of which involved him saying of course, as if I was stupid to ask, is it okay if I do some recording in the gym? Oh yeah, fuck it, why aren't you already? But yeah, so this is a chest workout. There were some people in the gym, so I wasn't recording during my bench press and my incline dumbbell press. So I did about 75, well, it was exactly 75 kilograms on the bench press, 3 sets of 10. Maybe I did about 8 at the end. Bench press is not a good lift for me. Well, most of them aren't, if it's weight wise, I'm not a weightlifter. And then I did some what did I say? I did some incline dumbbell press, which I did about 32.5 kilograms on that. And here I am on my third exercise, which is some cable flies. I do quite like cable flies. Well, I like most of the exercises, to be fair. I'll try and point out the ones I don't like. It'll be a much shorter list, and it won't have me sounding like a moron every time. I like this exercise. I also like this exercise. Yeah, it'll get old quick, I'm sure. So I'm starting on about, I think it's pounds on this machine of weight. I don't know I can't remember what weight it was on, but work your way up. It looks as though I'm standing quite straight when I'm doing the exercise, but when I put the weight down, you can see me take lean back and take a step back. This is so out of focus. I actually, throughout recording this today, I learnt how to actually get good focus on the camera. And just to educate you guys, if you're wondering, don't stand in front of the camera when you hit record, because it doesn't seem to adjust focus ever. The phone is a Apple S 5S. There you go. So yeah, or touch the screen to manually focus afterwards, but I just hit record and leave it. So this is a really out of focus. Is this my third and final set? I think it is. Although it looked kind of easy at the end. Was I even trying? Normally it's really cringe if I'm watching any of these videos back and I'm trying to do the exercise. And here's just a clip of the weights room. So some guy left his 15 kilogram weights on the incline press machine. Just adjust it as well, so it's the weight started a little bit higher. So instead of replacing the 15 kg, I just threw another 5 on for some 20 kilogram press. One thing I really like, and I didn't do it this chest workout, but the previous 2, is do these one arm each, so independent arms. Just do a set of 10 with your left, then a set of 10 with your right. And I think it works for me quite well, because I have my pecs don't seem to be the same size. My right pec seems to be a lot smaller. However, looking at this footage, they seem to be pretty similar. But sometimes it does look a little odd when my right is noticeably smaller than my left. So yeah, I mean, I'm fairly sure that I'm stronger in my left. Being left dominant sided, left-handed, left-footed, etc., etc. But yeah, doing these one-armed, I think, really is helping with that. And if it is helping as much as I think it is, it's in a very short period of time, which is fantastic. So I also, as you can probably tell by this being my third incline movement of the workout, I'm trying to build my upper chest. So this is some incline dumbbell flies. So dumbbell flies is a kind of awkward exercise for me. I do quite enjoy it though, even though it is awkward. It's this part where your arms are up straight above you, which is the awkward part for me, because I lose all the tension on my chest. And yes, I could not straighten my arms and have them up in front of me, but I feel like, I think it's just a happy medium between, because when your arms are up above you, your chest is relaxed, and it's more just, your triceps engaging. So, I mean, I think it's just a happy medium to get the tension in the right place. Kind of not going straight all the way and maybe increasing the weight slightly. But I like to bring my dumbbell flies really far back, so I can't do a huge amount of weight. So that's my chest done. I've gone on to some triceps. So I'm using what I'm going to call it a neutral grip bar, because it's not a straight bar. You can see my hands, my wrists are rotated as if I'm like driving a car or milking a cow with both hands. Do you know what I mean? My hands aren't twisted round like if I was using a barbell. Excuse me. So I don't use this apparatus much for doing my these are called skull crushers. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, I don't use this contraption very often, so it's nice when I do. It's a change. You always got to try and keep things change them up, and keep your body guessing, because then it works harder once it gets used to it. And it really is true. It's something that I've fallen victim to, just out of, I suppose, sheer laziness. I'm coming to the gym, I want it to be as effective as possible, but kind of, or maybe like time effective. I don't want to think about what exercise I'm doing. I just want to go in there and do it. And without a plan, you just get into a groove and you do the same things over and over again, and it's not ideal. So I've got a bit more weight here. You see by my face, I'm trying. And yeah, I'm deliberately bringing my elbows back a little bit as well, just to try and increase the range of motion, just so my triceps really get a good workout. Because what I could do is maybe put a bit more weight on and not have quite a range of motion. And from time to time that would be a beneficial thing to do, but as a norm for me at least, I like to do it a bit lighter and a bit more range. So this is a clip that's terribly out of focus and terribly lit, but it looks kind of artsy, perhaps. No, okay, it looks really bad, but yeah. Like I said, I now know how to focus. Another good thing is to just point the camera at the place where I want to that I want it to be focused at, and then walk in from the side instead of walking from the camera, because it just focuses on your bum or wherever, and then it's still out of focus all the time. Like you can see in this clip, this is some tricep pull down, and I've got the same kind of range. Well, it's not as range of motion-y as the skull crushers, so my elbows aren't coming up at all really. They're just whittling about a bit. What a great word, whittling. Did I make that up? I don't know. But you can see that my arms are definitely coming up. Like my fists, my hands are coming above my elbows, just so I can really concentrate on squeezing my triceps down when I bring my arms down to finish the movement, or to like complete the extension when my hands are down. So I had almost no rest period then, partly because the first set was quite lightweight, and also partly because I don't know how much time I have of the weights room on my own, and I'd feel really awkward if some person just started working out in the background of my video. I'd feel really self-conscious, but I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and have people work out in the back of my videos, especially now I know, having spoken to the manager, that I am actually allowed to record footage, which is great. What a nice guy. Shout out to Simon for being a nice guy. So this is my third working set. again, hands coming above my elbows and then squeezing them down to a straight arm. Boom! So yeah, tricep pull down. It's an exercise that I like quite a lot, much like every exercise, pretty much. But triceps is an area where I think I'm quite developed on them. So I don't hit them as often as I perhaps used to. But when I do, it's really fun just because I can kill it. Do you know what I mean? It's like you get a real satisfaction knowing that when you're doing a body part that you're good with, it makes up for all those times when you're having to work on a weak spot that's kind of a niggling pain in the arse just because it's your weak spot, and no one likes doing weak spots. It's all like it feels good, like emotionally, when you're doing something you're good at. You get a real satisfaction from it, is what I'm trying to say. So now I'm doing some tricep kickbacks, I believe is what they're called. So you can see I'm leant over with a straight back, just knelt on the bench. I've got no idea what the screen's recording now because the the phone is just against a mirror, and I'm not using the selfie cam. I'm using the camera on the back because as far as I understand, it's a better camera. But it means I have no idea what I'm capturing, so I kind of adjust it up just so I make sure that I can actually have what I want in the frame, and it looks fine, so that's good. So I'm just bringing my arm, I'm getting it my arm as straight as possible, and then bringing my fist well in front of my elbow when I'm bringing it back down. And that's kind of like the motion that I aim for when doing my my tricep kickbacks. So my fist comes in front of my elbow, and then I try and get my arm as straight as possible. And yeah, it's a good exercise. I always do it at the end generally, just because you really feel the burn with this one. And then obviously alternate arms, do about 8 to 10 reps on each side, and yeah, that's pretty much the workout. And then I did a bit of abs. I probably do more abs than I perhaps should. I should maybe just get a different ab routine as well, because I do this similar things. I do weighted crunches and then leg raises a lot, and I kind of just stop there with those two exercises every other workout, which is I should probably do something else. So I think I will, and hopefully share it with you at some point. So thanks for checking out this video. Again, if you liked it, thumbs it up. It helps me out tremendously, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, peace. Hiss.